Hey there, let's talk about artificial intelligence. When you hear AI, it's easy to picture sci-fi movies and killer robots, right? But forget all that for a minute. We're going to cut through the noise and get straight to what AI really is, and maybe more importantly, how you're already using it, probably every single day.
Seriously, this isn't some far-off futuristic concept anymore. The truth is, AI is already here. It's woven into just about everything we do. It's not just in some high-tech lab. It's right there in your pocket, it's in your car, and it's probably in your living room.
Okay, so let's get into it. For this first part, we're going to play a little game of Spot the AI. You'll probably be surprised to see where this stuff is hiding in plain sight, quietly powering the tools that, let's be honest, most of us can't imagine living without.
Think about it. Every single one of these things is pure AI in action. When you yell, "Hey Siri, what's the weather?" That's AI figuring out what you just said. When Netflix uncannily suggests a movie you actually want to watch, yep, that's an AI that's learned your taste. And that magical moment your map app reroutes you around a traffic jam you didn't even know existed, that's AI predicting the fastest route. It's like this invisible engine making our digital lives run smoothly. So, okay, that's what it does. But the bigger question is how? How do these things get so smart? Well, the core idea is actually way more intuitive than you'd think. It all comes down to something we can all relate to, learning just like a little kid.
Right? This is the big one. How does a piece of code go from knowing literally nothing to predicting your next word in a text message or finding the perfect song for your mood? It's not magic, I promise, but what's going on behind the scenes is pretty fascinating. And here it is. This is the big secret. The most important thing to understand, we don't program an AI with a giant list of rules for every single possibility. That would be impossible. Instead, we just show it a massive number of examples and let it figure out the patterns on its own.
Think about it this way. You wouldn't teach a toddler what a cat is by giving them a technical manual, right? Okay, a cat has pointy ears, 4 legs, whiskers, and a tail. No way. You just show them pictures of cats, lots and lots of cats, and eventually, after seeing enough of them, their brain just clicks. They get it. They can spot a cat they've never seen before. AI learns in almost the exact same way.
So let's peek under the hood for a second. How does this learning from examples thing actually work? It really boils down to a simple, repeatable 3-step cycle that turns all that raw information into smart decisions.
This is the basic recipe for almost all modern AI. Step 1, you need data, and not just a little. We're talking huge, massive amounts of it. Millions of examples, whether that's pictures or text or whatever. Step 2, the learning part. You feed all that data to an algorithm, which is just a fancy word for a set of instructions, and its only job is to find the patterns. Finally, step 3. Once it's learned those patterns, the AI can make a really good guess, a prediction, when it sees brand new data it's never encountered before. It's this powerful loop, data, learning, prediction, over and over again.
Now, this is maybe one of the most important rules in the entire world of AI. You've probably heard the saying, garbage in, garbage out. Well, here it's the absolute law. The quality of an AI is 100% dependent on the quality of its data. If you train it on bad, biased, or just plain messy data, you are guaranteed to get bad, biased, and messy results. The data is everything.
And here's another really key thing to get. Unlike a calculator, which gives you a definite black and white answer, AI thinks in shades of gray. It deals in probabilities. It doesn't say, that is a cat. It says, based on the million cat photos I've seen, I'm about 92% sure that's a cat. This isn't a bug, it's a feature. It gives a confidence level, which is actually a lot more like how we humans make judgments.
All right, so now that we've got the fundamentals down, it's time to do some myth busting. There's so much confusion out there, so let's separate the science fiction from the science fact and get a really clear picture of what AI is and what it definitely isn't. This chart cuts right to the chase. The biggest myth is that AI thinks or feels. The reality, it recognizes patterns. People worry it's conscious or self-aware. Nope, it just processes information really, really fast. And it definitely doesn't have opinions or creativity in the human sense. It just makes predictions based on the data it was trained on. At the end of the day, it's an incredibly sophisticated pattern recognition machine. It's a tool, a mind-blowingly powerful one, but it is not a mind.
So let's just do a super quick recap of the most important stuff to remember. Number 1, AI isn't coming. It's already here in everything you do. 2, the big secret is that it learns from examples, just like a kid learning to spot a cat. 3, the whole process is that simple loop: data, learning, prediction. And finally, And maybe most importantly, remember that it's a pattern matching tool. It doesn't think.
And that's pretty much the basics of how AI really works. Once you have this foundation, you start seeing it everywhere. So, I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. Now that you know the secret, look around at your job, your hobbies, your daily life. Where do you think this technology is going to pop up next? Because believe me, we're just getting started.
Did you find this helpful? Please comment, like, or subscribe.